is gonna leave a dent.
Wii U owners, are you disappointed that Grand Theft Auto 5 didn't make its way to Nintendo's current platform? Or better yet, is your bratty little child crying about how he's not old enough to play said game? Well, luckily for you, there is somewhat of an alternative for you or your sadistic offspring. LEGO City Undercover, a kid-friendly buddy cop spoof starring the toy bricks themselves, Legos. Play as Chase McCain, an elite cop on a mission to capture LEGO City's most wanted criminal, Rex Fury. Along the way, he will encounter a colorful and cliché cast of characters, like annoying sidekicks, short-fused police chiefs, Italian mobsters, and celebrity parodies.
Are you free, man?
No, I am not Freeman. His lawyers might be watching.
While most of these remain entertaining at first, the longer certain characters tend to stick around, the more their presence continues to drag on, especially with the comedy sidekick Honey. However, the majority of the cast proves to be an amusing bunch that will leave players of all ages satisfied, to say the least.
Fine, you need a uniform. You, give him your clothes, your helmet, and your hammer.
What LEGO City has to offer that most other LEGO games do not is a free-roaming sandbox environment, which may not be the most gargantuan of sizes compared to most other free-roam titles, but it's still pretty darn big. If you take into account the numerous amount of puzzles, collectibles, and missions placed throughout, it only makes the map seem bigger than it actually is. The game doesn't all take place in the city. There are missions in between that play like a traditional LEGO game, which begs the question, how well does it play? LEGO City plays well with the simple mechanics of a LEGO platformer. Chase McCain must acquire different disguises to access different areas of the city or the level. Considering all the disguises won't be acquired until close to the end, this offers incentive to go back to certain levels and visit areas the player couldn't access before. Combat in previous LEGO installments basically involved hitting enemies multiple times until they break apart. This is not the case with Undercover. Fighting mechanics are a little too simple. One hit brings most enemies down so they can be arrested, with the exception of gargantuan foes, who have to be thrown to the ground. The most addicting feature of LEGO games in general is collecting. Seriously, the amount of items to collect is insane. The collectibles vary from studs to buy characters or vehicles, super bricks to construct massive buildings, and a ton of others such as pigs, aliens, and criminals. I've beaten the main story, but I only completed 22.6% overall, which goes to show how much content is packed into LEGO City. It also takes great advantage of the Wii U gamepad features. It displays the map, it acts as a communicator, and it uses the gyroscope as an ID scanner, camera, or wiretap. My only complaint about the gamepad is that the gyroscope is the only option. You can't use the control sticks, which becomes sort of a pain. Another problem present are the atrociously long load times. Fortunately, there aren't many of them, and I'm a patient person, so it didn't bother me too much. With that being said, LEGO City Undercover definitely has its flaws, but it is one of the worthy titles to add to the Wii U library. With a colossal supply of content, simple yet effective gameplay mechanics, and a fun-filled story that doesn't take itself seriously, it's a must-have game for Wii U owners and LEGO fans alike. I was not expecting it to be nearly as fun as it was. I would like to conclude this review with a little question going out to you, the viewers. If you had the choice to make a LEGO game based on any franchise, a TV show, movie, comic book series, etc., what would it be and why? Sound off in the comments below, or on Twitter, Facebook, or even Google+. Until next time, I'm Joey Ferris, and I'll see you on the next ride.